Hey everyone! Hollywood may dazzle with fame and fortune, but behind the bright lights lies a much darker truth. The relentless pressures of stardom have led many celebrities down difficult paths, battling addiction in ways that forever changed their lives. Today, we're uncovering the raw, unfiltered stories of stars who faced these struggles, stories of resilience, redemption, and unexpected turns. Drop A in the comments if you're ready to dive into these powerful journeys. One actor who went from rock bottom to becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid stars is Robert Downey Jr. His name is now synonymous with success, especially after his legendary portrayal of Iron Man, one of Marvel's most beloved characters. But before the fame and fortune, he faced a turbulent battle with addiction that nearly cost him everything: his career, his freedom, and even his life. His journey from self-destruction to redemption remains one of the most inspiring comebacks in Hollywood history. Robert Downey Jr.'s struggles with addiction were deeply rooted in his upbringing, shaped by his father, filmmaker Robert Downey Sr., who also battled substance abuse. In a shocking revelation, Downey Jr. admitted that his father introduced him to marijuana at just 6 years old, unknowingly setting him on a path of lifelong struggles with addiction. Despite these early challenges, he was determined to carve out his own success in Hollywood. By the mid-'80s, he gained recognition with a short-lived stint on Saturday Night Live and breakout roles in Weird Science and The Pickup Artist. His undeniable talent and charisma quickly propelled him into Hollywood's spotlight, but his personal demons would soon threaten everything he had worked for. Robert Downey Jr.'s addiction quickly spiraled out of control, leading to a series of shocking incidents. One of the most infamous occurred when, heavily intoxicated, he wandered into a neighbor's home and passed out in their bed. His repeated failures to comply with court-ordered drug tests resulted in a 3-year prison sentence in 1999, though he served just 1 year in a California rehab facility before his release in 2001. However, his struggles didn't end there. While on probation, he was found barefoot and disoriented in Culver City, leading to yet another drug-related arrest. This relapse came at a heavy cost, causing him to lose major roles, including his spot on Ally McBeal, and putting his career on the brink of collapse. But instead of more prison time, the court ordered him to rehab, a decision that, along with a life-changing ultimatum from his wife, Susan Downey, ultimately set him on the path to recovery. By 2003, Robert Downey Jr. had defied the odds, reclaiming his life and career in one of Hollywood's most remarkable comebacks. Rising from the depths of addiction, he rebuilt his reputation and became a symbol of resilience, proving that redemption is possible. Today, he's not just a superstar. He's an inspiration, earning back the trust and admiration of fans worldwide. Not everyone gets a second chance, and even fewer make the most of it like he did. If you're a fan of Robert Downey Jr., drop a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 2. Bruno Mars, the multi-talented singer, songwriter, and producer behind global hits like Uptown Funk and Just the Way You Are, has mesmerized audiences worldwide. His success even landed him on Forbes' list of the world's highest-paid artists. However, behind the spotlight, Mars faced a major setback in 2010 when he was arrested for cocaine possession at the Hard Rock Casino in Las Vegas. The incident threatened to derail his skyrocketing career, serving as a stark reminder that even the brightest stars can face personal battles. At the time, Bruno Mars downplayed the incident, claiming it was his first experience with drugs and admitting his actions were reckless. To avoid harsher penalties, he accepted a plea deal that required him to stay out of trouble for a year. He paid a $2,000 fine, completed 200 hours of community service, and ultimately had the charges dismissed, allowing him to move forward without a criminal record. In a later interview, Mars admitted he hadn't been entirely truthful about his past drug use, attributing it to youthful mistakes and the influence of alcohol. Looking back, he viewed the incident as a wake-up call, one that pushed him to refocus on his music and solidify his place as one of the industry's top artists. DMX was a force to be reckoned with in both music and film, delivering explosive hits like "Where the Hood At" and "X Gon Give It to Ya" that still resonate with fans today. While his raw talent and commanding presence had the potential to make him one of rap's greatest legends, his personal struggles often overshadowed his success. Beyond his long history of legal troubles, DMX's biggest battle was with addiction, specifically crack cocaine. In a heartbreaking revelation, he shared that he was unknowingly introduced to the drug at just 14 years old, a moment that sent his life into a downward spiral. Despite multiple attempts at recovery, his fight with addiction remained a lifelong struggle, one that ultimately shaped both his music and his legacy. Despite numerous attempts at rehab, DMX's battle with addiction was a relentless struggle. He vowed to stay clean, especially for his children, but his fight took a tragic turn. In April 2021, he suffered a fatal overdose at just 50 years old, marking the heartbreaking end of a life filled with both triumph and turmoil. Though his struggles with substance abuse cast a shadow over his journey, his impact on hip-hop remains undeniable. With raw energy, unmatched intensity, and powerful storytelling, DMX's legacy continues to inspire fans and artists worldwide, proving that his voice will never be forgotten. Nick Stahl's rise to fame began as a child star in The Man Without a Face, 1993, eventually leading to roles in major films and TV series. However, his career took a dark turn in May 2012 when his wife reported him missing, only for it to later emerge that he had checked himself into rehab. His struggles didn't end there. Just months later, he made headlines again after being found in a questionable situation with an adult film star, fueling speculation about ongoing drug use. Though no charges were filed, his downward spiral continued, culminating in a 2013 arrest for meth possession in Hollywood, a stark contrast to the promising career he once had. Reflecting on his past struggles, Nick Stahl admitted, "I didn't discriminate. I'd take anything to change the way I felt when I was sober." After years of battling addiction, he stepped away from Hollywood to focus on his recovery, determined to turn his life around. With a renewed sense of purpose, Stahl has since made a steady return to acting, proving that resilience and second chances can lead to a fresh start in both life and career. Zac Efron, who rose to fame in High School Musical, faced his own personal struggles with alcohol and drug addiction. His wild partying days, which included using cocaine, MDMA, and enduring sleepless binges, made headlines. In 2013, Zac took a pivotal step in his recovery by entering rehab to tackle his issues with alcohol and cocaine. He also began attending Alcoholics Anonymous and therapy to confront deeper emotional wounds. Efron has been open about his ongoing battle with addiction, reminding others that recovery is a continuous journey. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Zac Efron reflected on his recovery, revealing that the journey helped him find a deeper sense of peace within himself. Looking back on his darkest moments, he admitted that hitting rock bottom gave him a newfound appreciation for life's positives. His openness about addiction has not only shed light on the challenges he faced, but also underscored the immense personal growth he has achieved. Today, Efron continues to focus on his well-being, proving that overcoming struggles is possible with perseverance and self-awareness. Lindsay Lohan became one of Hollywood's brightest young stars in the late 1990s and early 2000s, captivating audiences with standout performances in The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday. However, her meteoric rise was soon overshadowed by a reckless party lifestyle and self-destructive choices. Once a sought-after actress, she quickly became known for her off-screen antics rather than her talent. Reports of excessive partying dominated headlines, and directors grew increasingly frustrated with her erratic behavior. Frequent lateness, missed call times, and on-set exhaustion led to lost opportunities, causing her once promising career to spiral out of control. By 2007, Lindsay Lohan's struggles had left her increasingly isolated, and her downward spiral only intensified. Multiple DUI arrests and car accidents landed her in serious legal trouble, making her a tabloid fixture rather than a Hollywood star. During a court hearing, she openly admitted that addiction had consumed her life, confessing to relapses and expressing a desperate need for change. "I want to be healthy again. That's why I'm seeking medical help," she vowed, determined to regain control. After multiple rehab stints, she completed treatment in 2013 and has since made efforts to rebuild her life. While she appears to be on a better path today, the lasting impact of her past struggles serves as a cautionary tale of how quickly fame can unravel. Tara Reid rose to fame with standout roles in American Pie and The Big Lebowski, cementing herself as a Hollywood it girl. Beyond acting, she became a sought-after cover star for magazines like Rolling Stone, Cosmo Girl, and Playboy. She even dabbled in business, opening the trendy restaurant Ketchup and launching her own fashion line. However, despite her success, unhealthy habits and a hard partying lifestyle began to overshadow her career. As tabloid headlines focused more on her personal struggles than her professional achievements, her once promising star began to fade, leaving many to wonder if she would ever reclaim her place in Hollywood. In a candid interview, Tara Reid opened up about the lasting impact of a botched cosmetic surgery in 2006, leaving her with both physical and emotional scars. Her struggles were further intensified by frequent alcohol and drug use, which pushed her deeper into a downward spiral. By 2008, realizing she needed to take control of her life, she checked into rehab. "It was the best decision I ever made," she later admitted. "Rehab saved my life." Today, Tara remains in the public eye, determined to move forward. While the scars of her past may never fully fade, she is focused on embracing a brighter future and reclaiming her narrative. Errol Flynn remains a legendary figure for classic film lovers, best known for his swashbuckling roles in The Adventures of Robin Hood and Captain Blood. On screen, he epitomized charm and adventure. But behind the scenes, his life was anything but heroic. A notorious Hollywood playboy, Flynn indulged in heavy drinking, smoking, and drug use, living a life of excess filled with wild parties and secret affairs. However, his reckless lifestyle eventually caught up with him. In the early 1940s, his reputation took a serious hit when two women came forward with assault allegations, sparking a scandal that forever tarnished his once glamorous image. The case drew nationwide attention, and while Errol Flynn was ultimately acquitted, the scandal left an undeniable stain on his reputation. As the years went on, his excessive lifestyle took a toll, with relentless substance abuse accelerating his decline. By the late 1950s, his health had deteriorated significantly, and in 1959, he passed away at just 50 years old. Though he remains a Hollywood legend, his story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that fame and indulgence often come at a heavy price, casting a shadow over the larger-than-life roles that once defined him. Jan Michael Vincent rose to fame in the 1960s, but it was his lead role in Airwolf during the 1980s that made him a household name, earning up to $200,000 per episode. However, behind the success, his personal struggles were spiraling out of control. During Airwolf, he admitted to battling drug addiction and claimed to be seeking help, yet his troubles only deepened. He was arrested multiple times for drug possession and faced criminal charges for assaulting his ex-wife. His violent outbursts and frequent bar fights led to even more legal troubles, overshadowing his once promising career and pushing him further into Hollywood's dark side. In 1988, Jan Michael Vincent entered rehab, but his path to recovery was anything but steady. Throughout the 1990s, he was involved in 3 major car accidents, one nearly fatal and another requiring surgery that left his voice permanently damaged. Despite these near-death experiences, he remained caught in a destructive cycle of substance abuse, violent altercations, and reckless behavior. His once thriving career faded into obscurity as his personal struggles took center stage. In February 2019, his tumultuous journey came to an end when he passed away at the age of 74, leaving behind a legacy overshadowed by the demons he could never fully escape. Charlie Sheen became a household name with his iconic role in 2.5 Men, racking up awards, millions of dollars, and worldwide fame. But with success came excess, and his wealth only fueled a reckless lifestyle. Almost as quickly as he reached the top, he became infamous for his wild parties and ongoing battles with addiction. His struggles first led him to rehab in 1998, but despite multiple attempts to get clean, his destructive habits persisted for years, setting the stage for one of Hollywood's most publicized downfalls. In December 2009, Charlie Sheen's downward spiral took a darker turn when he was charged with assault following an alleged altercation with his wife. Although he entered rehab once again, his struggles continued. By October 2010, he was back in the headlines, for all the wrong reasons. Then in 2015, he made a shocking revelation. He was HIV positive. While the announcement tarnished his reputation, it also brought global awareness to the disease. Despite this moment of advocacy, Sheen remained a polarizing figure, known as much for his wild parties and scandals as for his acting career. Even during a 2011 roast, comedians relentlessly mocked his chaotic lifestyle. Whether he can truly turn things around is a question only he can answer. Joaquin Phoenix's gripping performance in Joker, 2019, solidified his status as one of Hollywood's finest. But long before him, his late brother, River Phoenix, was a rising star destined for greatness in the 80s and 90s. River's raw talent and magnetic screen presence made him a beloved figure. But behind the success lay a silent battle with substance abuse. Tragically, his life was cut short at just 23, leaving behind a legacy that serves as both an inspiration and a sobering reminder of addiction's devastating grip. Though gone too soon, his impact on cinema remains unforgettable. In June 1989, Joaquin Phoenix's relationship with actress Martha Plimpton ended after she confronted him about his drug use. Meanwhile, River Phoenix became increasingly desperate to hide his own battle with addiction, fearing it would destroy his career. Tragically, he concealed it so well that even those closest to him failed to grasp the depth of his struggle. Without intervention or the push to seek help, his addiction escalated. On October 31, 1993, his battle came to a heartbreaking end when he suffered a fatal overdose, cutting his life short at just 23 years old, a devastating loss that still echoes through Hollywood today. Daniel Baldwin's battle with addiction reached a shocking low in 1998 when he made headlines for a bizarre incident at New York's Plaza Hotel, running naked through the halls while shouting his own name. Arrested for cocaine possession, he later pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and was sentenced to 3 months in rehab. Baldwin later revealed that his struggle with cocaine began in 1989, just as his acting career was taking off at 29. Unlike many addicts, his addiction was singular. Cocaine was his only vice. He rarely drank or used other substances, yet its grip on him was relentless. It took 9 rehab attempts before he finally broke free, proving that recovery is a long and difficult journey, but not impossible. Today, Daniel Baldwin has completely transformed his life. Not only has he revived his acting career, but he has also dedicated himself to helping others as a recovery coach. Using his own struggles as a powerful testament to resilience, he now offers guidance, support, and hope to those fighting addiction. His journey from rock bottom to redemption serves as a reminder that recovery is possible, no matter how many times one falls. Majek Fashek, the legendary Rainmaker, was one of Nigeria's most celebrated musicians, rising to fame in the 1980s and 90s with a catalog of timeless hits. His influence extended beyond Africa, collaborating with global icons like Snoop Dogg, Michael Jackson, and Beyoncé. However, his story took a heartbreaking turn as he battled addiction throughout the 2000s and 2010s. By 2015, distressing reports surfaced about his financial struggles, with claims that he was on the verge of bankruptcy. Shocking images of his frail, aged appearance spread across the media, revealing the devastating toll that substance abuse had taken on his health. Majek Fashek took a courageous step toward reclaiming his life, checking into rehab to confront his battle with addiction. Against the odds, he found a path to recovery, dedicating his remaining years to music and spending cherished moments with family and friends. His resilience became as much a part of his legacy as his groundbreaking sound, inspiring fans who admired both his talent and his fight for redemption. Tragically, Majek passed away in June 2020 at the age of 57, but his music and influence continue to resonate, ensuring that the Rainmaker's legacy will never fade. Mel Gibson shot to fame in the 1980s with his breakout role in Gallipoli, 1981, quickly solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most sought-after stars. For over 2 decades, he dominated the industry, but behind the success, personal controversies and negative publicity began to overshadow his achievements. By the 2000s, his career took a steep downturn as he faced one of the toughest periods of his life. However, in 2016, he staged a remarkable comeback, directing the critically acclaimed Hacksaw Ridge. Throughout his struggles, Gibson battled personal demons he rarely discussed, later admitting to a history of alcohol abuse that began at just 13. His addiction fueled a series of highly publicized incidents, leaving a lasting impact on both his career and personal life. In 1984, Mel Gibson was banned from driving in Canada for 3 months following a drunk driving incident, and by 2006, he faced another DUI charge that resulted in 3 years of probation. Despite these setbacks, Hollywood insiders often noted his unwavering professionalism on set. Even as his personal struggles escalated, he maintained a reputation for punctuality and dedication to his craft, though he later admitted to starting his mornings with 5 pints of beer. "Alcoholism is something my family has struggled with," Gibson once confessed. "It's something I know well." His battle with addiction became a defining part of his personal journey, one that nearly cost him his career, but ultimately led him to seek redemption. Judy Garland became a Hollywood legend with her unforgettable role in The Wizard of Oz, captivating audiences while most girls her age were still playing with dolls. Throughout the 1940s and 50s, she dazzled the world with her extraordinary talent, earning prestigious accolades including a Golden Globe and the historic distinction of being the first woman to win a Grammy. But behind the spotlight, she faced relentless pressure, which took a devastating toll on her personal life. By the 1960s, her once bright star began to fade as she battled addiction, financial struggles, and deteriorating health. The glamorous image Hollywood created masked a painful reality, one that ultimately led to a tragic and untimely end. Fame, once Judy Garland's greatest gift, became a relentless burden that shattered her self-image and mental well-being. Directors and studio executives constantly scrutinized her appearance, fueling deep insecurities that haunted her throughout her life. Seeking relief, she turned to prescription drugs, an escape that soon spiraled into addiction, complicating her already turbulent world. By the late 1950s and early 60s, substance abuse not only derailed her career, but also left her drowning in debt and struggling to find stability. Tragically, her battle came to a heartbreaking end in June 1969, marking the loss of a talent that Hollywood adored but failed to protect. Leonard Nimoy, best known for his iconic portrayal of Spock in Star Trek, faced a personal battle that sharply contrasted with his character's disciplined and logical nature. Off-screen, he struggled with alcohol addiction, using it as a way to unwind after grueling days on set. "Every time we wrapped the final scene, I'd have a drink," he admitted. What started as a simple habit gradually spiraled into full-blown dependency. At his lowest, he even resorted to drinking in secret during filming. Like many celebrities, Nimoy found himself overwhelmed by the pressures of fame and the strain of a turbulent marriage, deepening his reliance on alcohol as a means of escape. Fortunately, Leonard Nimoy recognized the destructive grip of his addiction and took decisive action before it was too late. In 1987, he overcame alcoholism, marking a significant turning point in his life. His recovery coincided with his second marriage, which brought him renewed love, stability, and a fresh outlook on the future. Embracing sobriety, Nimoy not only reclaimed control over his personal life, but also continued to inspire generations of fans, both through his work and his journey of self-discovery. Whitney Houston, famously known as The Voice, mesmerized the world with her unmatched vocal power, beauty, and star presence. Selling over 200 million records globally, she secured her place as one of the greatest singers in music history. Yet behind the soaring melodies and dazzling performances, a darker reality loomed. For years, rumors swirled about her struggles with addiction, and in a rare 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey, she finally opened up. Whitney admitted to using marijuana and harder substances, revealing the emotional turmoil that fueled her downward spiral. When it gets to the point where you're sitting at home trying to hide what you don't want others to see, it's painful, she confessed, offering a heartbreaking glimpse into a battle she fought for much of her life. That's when you take more just so you don't cry. Despite her struggles, Whitney Houston made several attempts at recovery, entering rehab in 2003 and 2004. However, addiction remained a relentless battle that followed her throughout her life. Tragically, in 2012, she passed away under heartbreaking circumstances. An autopsy later revealed the presence of alcohol and multiple drugs in her system, which likely contributed to her untimely death. Her loss remains one of the most devastating tragedies in music history. A sobering reminder of the unseen battles behind fame, fortune, and an extraordinary voice that the world will never forget. Courtney Love has left an undeniable mark on both music and film, rising to prominence in the 1980s and maintaining her influence for over 4 decades. However, her talent wasn't the only reason she remained in the public eye. Her tumultuous marriage to Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain often made just as many headlines. A Vanity Fair journalist once described their relationship as a strange love, yet beneath the chaos, they shared a deep, unwavering devotion. Tragically, that devotion extended to something far more destructive: heroin. What began as a reckless habit soon spiraled into full-blown addiction, drawing relentless media scrutiny and taking a devastating toll on both their lives and health. The situation took a drastic turn when Courtney Love became pregnant, forcing her to quit drugs for the sake of her child. This shift created tension in her relationship with Kurt Cobain, and media allegations that she continued using drugs during pregnancy only fueled controversy. Love later claimed that these damaging rumors deeply affected Cobain's mental health, playing a role in his tragic death 2 years later. In the years that followed, she remained committed to sobriety, insisting she had managed her addiction well despite multiple rehab stays and occasional legal troubles. However, a brief relapse in 2018 cast doubt on her claims, leading some to question whether she had truly left her past behind. While she continues to advocate for recovery, only time will tell if she can fully break free from the cycle that once defined so much of her life. Carrie Fisher, immortalized as Princess Leia in Star Wars, captivated audiences worldwide, but behind the fame, she faced deeply personal battles. She was remarkably open about her lifelong struggle with bipolar disorder, enduring extreme mood swings and debilitating depression. To cope, She turned to drugs and prescription medications, admitting they made her feel normal and grounded. In search of further relief, she even underwent electroconvulsive therapy, hoping for a breakthrough in her fight against mental illness. Despite her struggles, Carrie became a fearless advocate for mental health awareness, using her own journey to inspire, educate, and uplift others. Her honesty and resilience left a lasting impact, proving that even in the darkest times, there is strength in sharing one's truth. Despite her struggles with substance abuse and unconventional treatments, Carrie Fisher's acting career thrived, but the toll on her physical and mental health was undeniable. She battled multiple health complications, including sleep apnea and atherosclerosis, which ultimately contributed to her tragic passing in December 2016 at the age of 60. Her daughter, Billie Lourd, later reflected on her mother's lifelong struggles, saying, "My mom battled addiction and mental health issues her entire life. Ultimately, she died of it." Fisher's legacy extends far beyond Star Wars. She remains a fearless advocate for mental health awareness, inspiring countless others through her honesty, humor, and resilience. Brittany Murphy, beloved for her roles in Clueless and Freeway, tragically passed away in 2009 at just 32 years old. Though her death was initially attributed to natural causes, speculation quickly mounted due to rumors of drug use, her drastic weight loss, and the unsettling circumstances surrounding her final days. Her marriage to Simon Majek, widely perceived as tumultuous and controlling, only intensified public suspicion. The mystery surrounding her untimely passing continues to spark debate, leaving lingering questions about what truly led to the heartbreaking loss of such a bright talent. The mystery deepened when Simon Majek passed away just 5 months later under eerily similar circumstances. This double tragedy fueled speculation, especially after the coroner's report revealed a mix of prescription medications on Murphy's bedside table, ultimately ruling her death as a result of pneumonia, anemia, and drug intoxication. Friends later disclosed that Murphy had developed a dependency on painkillers following cosmetic procedures, a struggle that has claimed countless lives in Hollywood. While debates continue over the exact details of her passing, one thing remains undeniable. Addiction played a devastating role in the loss of this incredibly talented actress. Britney Spears, the undisputed princess of pop, dominated the 2000s and 2010s with her music and undeniable star power. But beyond the chart-topping hits and global fame, her life was overshadowed by personal struggles, culminating in a highly publicized legal battle to end her conservatorship. After years of restrictions and public scrutiny, she finally won her freedom in 2021. Despite the glitz and glamour of her career, Britney's journey has been one of resilience, proving that even the brightest stars face battles behind the scenes. In 2007, a former associate revealed shocking details about Britney Spears' struggles, disclosing that she had been battling substance abuse for years while desperately trying to quit. Her challenges were further compounded by the conservatorship, during which she was reportedly prescribed medications like Adderall by those controlling her care. Officer Fernando Flores, who frequently interacted with her, claimed her behavior could shift unpredictably, from calm to erratic, sometimes involving conversations about parallel universes. Though Britney has made significant strides since reclaiming her freedom in 2021, the lingering effects of her past struggles continue to shape her journey, proving that the road to healing is far from simple. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more exciting content on the way, so be sure to stay tuned. Until next time, take care and see you in the next video.